Cool. I'll play it for you.
You just did that for.
Keep your distance.
Oh.
I need more things than just black movies. Every week a sketch doesn't come to me. I ask the Lord, but sometimes He says no, Kevin.
You need more sketch ideas?
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody emailed me and says they have short story ideas to pitch. If you want some, okay.
You freshly shaved.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell, sir. I see your thoughts.
It was a bloodbath yesterday.
I cut myself like 4 times yesterday.
What was this?
I was rushing for Melissa's shoot. And it was a bloodbath. Listen to me sing Diego. Wait, before you sing. Shoot.
Oh, you got a little engineered on that.
Yeah, this is my this makes me realize that what I said was right. If you have like studio quality stuff and people, they can make regular people sound good. Especially with auto-tune. Okay, listen. I need to get some baby oil today.
Oh, wait a minute. So you went into a studio and
We recorded this here last night.
Laughing your way.
Your way.
Friday and Sunday, you can decide. And if you have need, we can provide every life that you desire.
We got a little tune on there. I hear it.
Get a feeling.
Come on, Stacks.
Come on. You better walk up here. Come on.
Y'all know about D'Angelo, man. Alright, email it to you guys. That was good.
You didn't even need that much auto. They didn't have to put that much auto tune on you.
They put I was gonna say I feel like they could have cut that amount in half.
I feel like he needed to.
No,
man.
they honestly.
I heard myself singing. He did
I'm sure when you heard the dry vocal, you were like, what are you gonna do with this?
They might have needed to put a little bit of reverb on you, but they didn't have to put auto tune on you. You're
everybody.
actually hitting. I can hear that you're actually singing the notes that were there.
You get your Aiko on there, it'd be a little slap.
That on
That was my burner account. I'm just kidding. You got your little.
Let me put on my lipstick. I just now saw myself. Saw myself. Let me put on my lipstick.
You don't want that plugged in?
Cause I'm loading today. Hey, hey,
Hey.
It's my iPad. That's why I said I could plug it in.
They say that you lose it. You use the power when you do that, and it's not necessary.
Longevity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's.
That song will forever be GOAT. So you need some sketch ideas.
Yes.
Okay. I won't throw sketches that fly in my head away. I will.
Send them to me.
I'll send them to you. Because I was like, Angel, you ain't recording no sketches.
Recording?
You ain't recording.
Record?
You ain't recording no sketches.
Is there any ads that you can't do today?
Yep. The last one.
Mm-hmm.
You would have seen it and been like, oh yeah.
Hey, bless you.
People are just gonna get regular colds still, though, right? Everything doesn't have to be coronavirus.
Fingers crossed. I mean,
I don't know about that.
It doesn't have to be. There's regular stuff.
you got a cold right now, Kev?
No, I'm just saying.
No,
No, man. Regular colds are out, man.
they left a long time ago.
Yeah.
So COVID it is.
That's all COVID.
Honey. So remember, I don't know if you read this, Angel. Honey does not want to mention specific stores anymore.
Okay.
Amazon and the like. And dear, the honey ad says dear. Oh, then it says SK.
SK.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
It says SK.
What's up, chat?
I need to
Stage crew.
I just want to make you laugh.
So are you going for
man,
the
Darius gave me a good idea. He said you and Angel should do BB and CC. They're addicted to love songs. We should totally do one of
You
their.
should a music video.
Let's do.
That's what I'm saying. We should do the old sepia music videos.
Yeah.
Easy.
Um,
We do it like on a sunset.
everybody loves BB and CC.
Oh my gosh, that is like me
Lots of
driving to my mother driving me to school. Those songs playing, yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So are you going for nostalgia?
I'm
for
just
them?
going for
Things
things that
that-
a lot of people know.
Okay,
The
that they
more
can relate
people
to.
know it, the easier. Like that's what I realized with the Birds of Prey. Some people didn't even know that movie came out.
Oh.
It was all that great production value wasted on a movie people didn't know.
I know it was such a great sketch, and I was like, had I seen the movie,
Right.
I would just resonate even more. But I only saw clips, so I could figure out who
Yeah.
the heck Harley Quinn.
And you ain't the only one. People were just like, yeah, but no, though. I don't want this.
I don't.
Great concept.
Great concept. But set it off. People were like, this I know.
Okay, so yeah, you should do Love Jones though. Do a good old
You
poem.
don't like Love Jones.
I didn't think it was that great of a movie, but everybody knows how it.
That's true.
They know it.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum.
Trying to be the giggle in your left eye and the ha 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 in your right.
Ah! That's funny. I'm writing that down. Love Jones poem boy.
I mean, you or Tony could kill that.
You know, ha ha ha, and you're right.
Somebody said D'Angelo.
Yeah, that's what I put.
That's
in
what
the
he
picture.
had put.
Oh, that's good.
You didn't listen. You just got the notification. You didn't. You don't listen. That's cool.
To the D'Angelo? No, I saw that it was audio, and I said, I'm going to find out what this is. You know, I was trying to get ready for the show, this show. You see, I struggled to get here. I was still 3 minutes late.
I thought you was gonna park in a compact thing. I was like, if you put that school bus in that compact thing,
It's a big truck that's parked in the compact. Sir, that's not a compact. Stick it out on the road.
No. It's small. It's tiny. I feel discriminated against. I need to see if we can do Married at First Sight a little bit earlier this Saturday. Hopefully you all don't have anything earlier. Because we have to record our...
Saturday's the 7th.
Yeah, we're supposed to be doing it at 11. But me and Marcus have the Black Love Summit recording our portion at 12. We plan on recording it here, but
Yeah,
I feel like
need
it'll...
more time.
I need a little bit more time so we're not late.
We're not doing. Wait, we don't
No.
have the Ball and the Beautiful. We don't have no show.
Yeah, we do have a show.
We supposed to watch it already?
Yes, because we're already 2 episodes behind. So our first one will be number 3 on
Is that
Saturday.
the own show?
Yes, you were asleep. Fully asleep. My niece called me, was like, Angel, why was Kevin asleep? I said, yeah, that's what we're working
Your
with.
niece?
Yeah, Victory.
Oh, Victory. I know her. You were in the parking lot earlier. That's why.
That's where I know you from.
You guys already know I'm gonna be naked in the video. Ain't no reason to do D'Angelo if you don't be naked.
I think there's ways to get around that.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be naked, but I'm gonna have a shirt off.
We understood what you meant, but I don't
I'm
know.
gonna do it, so everybody just relax. Just relax. Just relax.
See, you didn't need all that autotune.
Let's listen to it one more time as a family. Okay, yes.
Play it.
And then we'll start.
Yes, it says step to the ballot.
make sure YouTube wasn't playing. It doesn't look like it is. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 7.
Yes, E.S. Jones.
Hey, it's only you. Laughing your way. Right if you Sunday, you can decide.
Want some more?
And if you're
Yes.
happy,
Because I know this is going to be a terrible situation here in a second. Thank you.
Thank you.
every laugh that you desire. If you get a feeling, won't you come purchase in my bio, baby? So you're already thinking about getting your ticket today, baby. I just wanna make you laugh.
Choir say.
How does it feel?
Oh.
How does it feel? How does it feel? How does it feel?
Thank you very much. I am now starting my music career out of sheer fun to me. All right. Are you guys ready to begin the music television show? Yes?
Is it a music television show?
Music television. 3 minutes?
Yeah, so we can start at it.
Sure, Joshy.
I'm not that good at math with the little numbers.
It is a lot. I have to do it.
I could do 5s and zeros.
You're like, that's where I'm at.
To add 15, even, I mean, 5's kind of tough, but I'm going to do it.
Listen, I understand. Because I have, well, Marcus writes it down on one thing, but I still have to keep track of it in my head when we're doing ours. I'll be like,
Boom, 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 boom.
Wait a minute, you saw Darius yesterday?
Boom, 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 boom.
Ah.
He was here? Wow. That's why we were singing in
We
here.
recorded 3 songs from 5 to 7.
What's he doing in L.A.?
He came here to do this music with me.
He flew out just for this?
I didn't know I know him as a cook.
Oh, this is different Darius. This is Darius Dixon.
Okay.
Oh,
I was like, Darius cooks food.
With the pound cake?
Right. And he had greens.
he also makes music in his spare time?
Thank you guys. You know I wanted to come
Boom, boom, boom,
ready for this
boom,
election day.
Boom, boom.
I don't even want to talk about it.
I wish I would have known that Tahir and Farron's podcast was dropping today, because we could have had them on the Bald and the Beautiful mukbang to advertise their thing
He
was
ain't
dropping.
bald though.
It's true.
I know, but neither was Chance and neither was Tim. So I mean, I feel as though we have made an exception. Josh ain't bald, but he is beautiful. Look at him. Yeah, I was like, they could have did the thing you do watch. But you know, Tahir don't be telling me nothing. So
He don't.
Here's trash.
yeah,
I love him.
Darius is the guy who made the Here's the Thing song. Darius Dixon.
I wanted to meet him.
I didn't know. Jay Friedgen told me to tell you that.
Shout out Jay Friedgen.
And he gone.
He's not gone.
Shout out
Where
Jay
he at?
Friedgen.
He's at his friend's house.
He be in the Twitch chat. He be in this chat. He's a big
I love
fan,
that
man.
song.
Big
The
fan.
baby was singing it.
I know. I would have brought the baby just so he could hear him sing it live, because he be killing it.
He just texted me, said Angel thought I was Darius Cooks.
I surely did.
Oh, he's in the
He's in the Patreon.
Yeah.
say 25. Let's
You
get
want
it
to
going.
meet him? Oh yeah. Hello and welcome to Video Television Show.
Hey, banger, 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 banger.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. What up, y'all? Welcome to Here's the Thing. I'm your boy Kevin on stage, and she's.
That chick
And we got
Angel.
another banger
Banger.
podcast for you.
Banger.
Banging on your ovaries.
Pew, pew,
banging on your nutsack. It's the
On your
clip for me.
nutsack.
Make sure you smash that like button, smash that notifications button,
Smash.
and
Banger.
subscribe to the YouTube television show.
Hey.
All right, first things first, before we forget, Keep Your Distance Comedy Show is this Friday.
Yes, it is.
Use the code KEV for $3 off. Stage Crew, use the code that I'm going to put in the Patreon, or Kat will remind you what your code is, for $5 off.
Look at that. Look at the
Okay.
blessing. Look at the blessing.
The code is, it'll be in the Patreon right now by the time you see this. And I'm going to put it in our live chat right now. And it is always the same.
Look at the value you already
All
add.
cops are
As
value
it's
for
like
you.
soon as you pay for
All types of
Patreon,
value.
you already getting the money
Already getting
that
this.
you done spent. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
Because you do be doing
You
2
ask for
shows.
5, I give you the 5 right back.
Right, you
I'm gonna
said,
give it to
here
you
you
right
go.
back. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Ain't even
Ain't
gonna hurt
hold
you.
Give it to you right back. This week we have Lance Woods. We have Heidi Heaslett.
Come
Kamira
on.
White. We have Tony Baker, of course.
Of course.
We got Spank Horton. We got David Lucas and David Arnold.
David Arnold?
has a Netflix special.
He does, and it's hilarious.
He's great. So you don't want to miss it. And also, you already missed Kanisha. But sucks
Don't
to
do
be
it to
you.
yourself
Don't
again.
do it to yourself.
Don't do
I don't
that
know
twice.
who's going to have the best set. I don't know. Okay? Kanisha surprised us all with how funny she was. So get your ticket because you're also helping us build Kev on Stage Studios, the app. If you didn't see, I put out a little teaser.
Kevin,
Oh,
Hey,
we're gonna talk
Kevin.
about it.
Can we take a minute?
let's take a couple
Can we take a
minutes.
couple minutes and just dream?
Just a little bit.
Sir. I purposefully, when you dropped the link in our group chat, didn't look at it because I knew I was gonna need time to be able to put my eyebrows back on and my edges back on because the app snatched both of them out. I said, okay, we clicking on buttons. We got a good. The layout. It's look real. This don't look like your aunt put it together.
what
I don't know. I said, now, Kev, you gonna do it? We gonna do it for real.
Yeah.
Now, if it ain't gonna be on YouTube, I want people to turn it on and say, "Oh, well, hey, look at that young man did."
Look at what
I want
that
your
did.
sister to be like, "Oh, well, now I understand what he was doing."
Yeah, she gonna say that. Oh, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
y'all see what y'all seen on that app is just the backdated content. That ain't even the real stuff.
That's not even
Right.
what we've been
That ain't
shooting.
Keep Your Distance comedy. Gonna be recut like Comic View.
Yep.
Okay, you gonna get them comics. You gonna get the show Me, Angel, Tony, and Tahir just shot a couple
Woo!
weeks ago. Already
So
in
funny.
edit.
So funny.
We shooting another show in a couple weeks. Okay, you got the Gonzi tapes. We got Angel is creating her own, and then we're creating our own new shows for the app. So that ain't been on YouTube. We gonna do movies. Movie script coming to me. First draft next Monday or Monday. So
excited.
if you want to support right now, just buy tickets to Keep Your Distance comedy. Okay, it's all self-financed by the community.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I've been saving all this money for, and it's to give it right back.
Are you excited for launch day? Or are you gonna be nervous? What will you be?
It will be the biggest first day of school ever. When it goes,
Don't add it.
when I can go into the app store
And get it.
and download it, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be like,
I just was about to ask, are you gonna be overcome with emotion?
what? Angela Kita Moore Tanks is the actress. I'm gonna be like,
Right.
because for me, and this is the thing, I didn't know this about myself. When I worked at All Dev, I found out that I like to support other creators as much as I like to create myself.
That is
I didn't
very
know
true
that about
you.
myself. When I was growing up, I didn't think, oh, I'm going to help everybody else. But when I was at All Dev and there were so many talented people and there wasn't enough, Hollywood was like, man, shut up. We got our 3 blacks.
That's
or
all we
4.
got time for.
I was like, but there's so many more people, and helping people get their reels together. So many people never even had good sketch stuff for their reels. You know what I'm saying? Directors and editors and all that stuff. So for other people to be as excited to have somewhere for their stuff to go, once we get to that point, which is where we're starting early already from the beginning. I just want y'all to know I get a lot of questions. How can I get my stuff on yet? Y'all, it's going to take some time.
Oh, people already trying to get that stuff on your app?
Yeah. No, we got a whole
the
team of
emails
people,
are flooded.
and I want y'all to know it ain't gonna just be me. So if you pitch it and don't get on there, it ain't just me. Because I be want to do everything.
Listen,
And I
I Angel had to pitch to the production company and Kev and Melissa for my stuff to go in there. Me, who sits here in this desk.
Her angel.
So if it's you, you know you got to pitch to a couple of folks.
Yeah,
okay?
we're gonna get in here, and the first year will be great, and then like what Netflix became from when I started Netflix was House of Cards. That was the show that got me in. From what they've done from that moment to this moment, which has only been 7 years. We watched House of Cards. Me and Melissa watched that whole season a month before we moved to LA. Since then, they have become the premier content place in 7 years.
Absolutely.
And I don't even need to be as big as Netflix. I have learned this. Everybody, you can't beat Walmart at Walmart games.
Right.
But you can beat Walmart at being specific.
Absolutely.
Walmart gonna have a little bit of everything, but they're not gonna have a lot of everything. They're like,
Listen.
you got paper towels, you got one brand. I was reading that in a book. So they're like, you want to beat Walmart, you're not gonna beat them in scale and size.
No.
But you can provide something that you can't get anywhere else.
Because
And
then
that's-
Walmart is going to come a knocking and be like, we want it.
Because somebody was like, Kev, make sure you don't become Quibi. I'm like, bro, I don't. First of all, if I had $2 billion and burnt it all, I'd be like, sorry, suckers, I live in Tahiti. But we black. We don't have access to that much capital. So our goal is to provide the platform for the creators and the content for the audience. It's the stuff that even BET, I love them. They can't be everything to everybody, and neither can we.
Right.
But we can fill a gap that ain't been filled yet.
I think the specificity of what you're trying to do, and also the fact that there is no place for that to exist, is what is going to make this app successful. Because like you said, you're not trying to be something that already exists.
No.
You're trying to be something that doesn't. And
That
I think when
doesn't
you
exist.
try to fill a void that people want.
That's the great. Every time on Shark Tank, I be watching. They be like, "What are you doing that is different than anybody else?" It's premium content. You're not gonna see just okay stuff, and I don't mean that like bad production value. I mean you're just gonna see like you're gonna be surprised. That these people, the angels of the world, Angel should be A-list celebrity.
Well, thanks.
Angel should be everything Melissa McCarthy gets.
Right.
You should be able to do that. She gets to be hilarious in Bridesmaid. She gets to be hilarious with Jason, your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then
I know.
she gets to be serious.
Yeah, she gets to do all the things.
She gets all them roles, right? And the Heat.
Love the Heat.
Melissa McCarthy had a great run. I'm not that it's over,
Yeah,
but there was a couple years there.
Yeah, she was just everybody wanted her. They
Yeah,
wanted-
the same thing Maya Rudolph gets. You should be Angel should be on Saturday Night Live. She should have her own movie, and then she should be doing voice acting for Big Mouth.
Exactly.
Everything and you be singing like Maya Rudolph. Did you know that's Minnie Riperton's daughter?
Yes, I did.
I did not know that.
I'm a huge fan. The movie I pitched to you that you like, in my head before, because I've had this idea for a while, so I was not 40 when I wrote it. She was the lead, and I was her sister in it.
And now are you the lead?
Oh yeah, I'm too old to be the younger sister now. I'm like, I am the older sister. now. I am the lead.
If Angel, this will be my greatest joy. Like when Tony was on tour with me 2 years, and then Tony parlayed that into his own stand-up tour. That was like, yes. Because it ain't about you staying with me. It's about you. Now, Tony being on that tour means Keenan and Keon and B. Lou and DC Irvin, they got more dates.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many people I can take on the road.
Right.
So if Tahir then goes, boom. Then who's next?
Who's next?
You know what I'm saying?
Who's next?
Who's next? So yeah, that is the goal. And then if Hollywood is like, who is this Angel? She was in this. If you had Tiffany Haddish's Star Rise, and I had
she was like a rocket.
She did Carmichael Show, killed it, loved her in it, her and Lil Rel. But Girls Trip,
That was it. But we knew whoever got that role was going to die. But she deserved it, and she murdered.
it was her movie.
Oh yeah.
It was her movie. And I feel like you have that talent to where it's like, people see you one time, they're going to be like, yes, I accept this as comedy. And then she gets to do serious roles as well. She did that movie with Octavia Spencer.
Don't ask
The
me.
show?
Remember.
No, it was a mini series.
The on what's her name?
Oh, you
On
talking about
Netflix.
made
Yes.
by hand? No.
No.
When you rich, but you did it by yourself. Self-made.
Self-made.
What was that about though?
It was about Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker. Madam C.J. Walker. So yeah, and not only just the Angels of the World and the Tony and the Tears, it's the person who lives in freaking like Tuscaloosa, who's like, man, I can't get to LA. How can I be in Hollywood? That writer, that script, that talent, that person in Flint who's like, is super talented, right? Mm-hmm. Picking that person up and making their thing and using my platform to make their thing. Mm-hmm. Once I do that, y'all can have it. I just want to do that and just produce and be like, this person's great and that person's great and this little kid and Zay. Mm-hmm. And then I would be like, I'll be like Thanos when he sat down on the planet, when he destroyed half the world. He was just like, once there's movies and like, once the app gets to the point where it's like, bruh, this is just great. And I ain't seen Kevin a thing in this year. Yeah. And then when I come back, then it's like, Kev, Kev. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what will make me the happiest, to have it fully flourishing and all types of creators getting all types of opportunities.
It's going to happen. This Big Leap energy is amazing. I can't wait for the first day of school.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be excited.
So thank you, guys. Shoot, man.
What?
Let's just do the ad right now before we get started. You don't have to worry about a cool transition. It wasn't to hate on you, but I got to play a video for the next thing. It's just a whole thing.
Oh my
and I don't want to mess it up. Let's just take a quick moment to hear from our sponsors.
Okay.
Well, that's right now.
All right. Let's get into it. And I'm excited to talk about these people. It's Blue Chew.
Big Peen Energy.
Talk about a hard transition.
Hey, am I right? Yeah, bang, 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 bang. Listen, sometimes you need a little help in the bedroom, and there ain't nothing wrong with it, because there are things out there to help you, and that thing is Blue Chew. Okay?
Yeah.
Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Blue Chew is made in the USA. It's prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctor or wait in line. It's even cheaper than a pharmacy, and they prepare and ship it right to you in a discreet package, no awkwardness, and you don't have to leave the house. Oh, what a blessing.
That's nice. Very much nicer.
Right now, we've got a special deal for our listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use our special promo code RR.
RR.
Just pay $5 shipping. Again, that's BLUE Chew.com, promo code RR.
RR.
To try it free. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper choice. And we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. And remember, when you support our sponsors, come on, somebody, you help make this podcast possible. Hey, glory. So please be sure to use our promo code RR at Blue Chew. What is happening right now? Sorry. I mean, I was reading so smoothly. I was queuing up
the next thing, and I'm sorry.
At BlueChew.com. Yes, that's what I was going to end with, but okay. I feel like you all knew where I was going.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's okay.
Okay, first real topic. Reason, who is I don't know if he's a rapper or singer from TDE.
Oh, he's a rapper. What Reason do?
Reason was on the Breakfast Club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Saying that
this is perfect. This is actually a perfect transition to a perfect topic.
Right. Saying that men should get credit for not cheating, but women shouldn't. Let's take a listen.
Oh man, Reese.
He didn't say women shouldn't.
You gotta be kidding me. I don't have Twitter set up on this.
Okay, here we go.
You have it?
Not on my.
Can you do Twitter from mobile?
Hold on.
Did the link get deleted?
Whatever.
Here we go.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably, whatever. Here it is. I feel like women should give men that are faithful credit for that. Like, women will act like it's the same thing as a woman being faithful, and it's like it's not the same thing. Like, honestly, it's not. And I just feel like
what you said is true, because I haven't cheated since October 2016.
That's fire.
And that shit feel like being sober. Like literally.
Bruh,
I write that down in my mindfulness.
And I feel like, and the reason why I say this, because I feel like if women gave men credit for that, then men would appreciate it and it would encourage them to not do it more. It's almost like it's just like nigga, okay, and you was being faithful, you supposed to do that. It's like, it is a difference, and it's just not the same thing.
I feel like it just doesn't come up. If your man isn't cheating on you, then you're not talking about it because everything's fine, with that.
True, but I'm just saying, like, if you have a dude and he's faithful, like, I think that, like, you don't necessarily have to say thank you for being
Wait,
faithful.
baby, did you cheat
Yeah,
today?
exactly. You don't gotta say thank you for being faithful. I'm just saying that
Gold star.
it should be looked at and given credit to. You get what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, because it's like it's something that like is not an easy thing to
It's
do.
hard
for
for women to not cheat too, though. Y'all got to give us credit too.
What? That's what I'm saying.
There's all
Like,
kind of
like it's not.
offers
It's,
of Birkin bags flying around and.
some women. I know these Birkin bags.
No more buying bags for chicks that can't
That
afford
can't
one.
afford one. 2020, man. That's what I'm saying. Like,
No, but I'll tell you why I give myself credit. I give myself credit because I
Oh,
feel
Lord.
like when I was cheating, I was feeding my ego.
yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's literally
That's
all
really what it is.
That's all
Yeah,
it is.
that's
It's
really
all
what
an
it is.
ego play. So being that I haven't done that in 4 years, I realized that I'm not leading with ego anymore. I
Yeah,
don't have that
yeah.
wounded ego anymore. You know what I
Exactly,
mean? I feel
exactly.
more whole and healed.
Please talk about it,
The-
Kevin.
I was gonna say,
Go ahead, Josh.
Go ahead,
Joshy
Josh.
Cam.
hold on. I don't agree. Let me just preface with that.
Okay.
However, the feeding the ego perspective, I feel like is a valid acknowledgement that Charlemagne might have made.
Why he was cheating?
Yeah, why he
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
but I feel like that's a byproduct. That's not necessarily all ego driven. Like the ego can be fed in many different ways. That was just one of the ways he got it out. But I don't necessarily agree with. I don't know. I feel like that's not an appropriate, or that shouldn't be seen equally in that sense.
You didn't see how Angel was looking at you. Luckily, it was on the Joshy Cam.
I know.
My thoughts are this.
Please
Y'all want to hear the truth? You want to hear the truth?
go ahead.
I used to think like this.
I can believe it.
And in my early you want to hear about stupid Kevin?
Let's
Talk
hear
about
about it.
the issue with getting married at 21
man.
and not being mature. Let me tell you a little storito.
The storito.
I'm at the bank being handsome in my oversized Steve Harvey suits. You know the ones from K&G. Big baggy shoulders, big buttons. You know, putting the charm on. Salesman of the year. Not flirting or anything like that. Nothing like that. But obviously a lot of time people don't care. People saw the ring. My ring was much smaller than it was my first ring. And I got, hit on all the time. And I was just like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You see the ring. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on, man. I just want to open your bank account. So when I remember one night I was in the room with Melissa, and I don't know what I was asking her, but she didn't comply, right? And I just was like, I went to the window, right? I'm talking about went to the window and looked out of it
No.
and said, you know what? I could cheat anytime.
Oh God, you idiot.
I could cheat anytime. And I don't. And because of that, I should be rewarded
Oh, you said these words out, of your
my
mouth.
Do
Are
you
these
know
your
how
real teeth?
hard it is?
Hold on, you live? You're still alive now?
I'm like,
Josh.
I'm like, these are your real teeth that you're still in your mouth. That's where I'm shocked.
Looking out the window like 50 goes west. Rain was falling. We were watching it. It was raining out the window. I thought it was an R&B video. I really thought, here's a big mistake I made early in my marriage, right? I felt like, because at our church, it was trash men.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Garbage.
Like,
Yeah.
Garbage. I mean, in our friend group, and, just this, cheating, some were abusive, deadbeat dads, right? All this. So I was a shining light, beacon of hope, if you would. So to me, I felt like I should get credit for how much better of a man I am than these people, right? Melissa, look at this guy. He cheated on his wife. This guy doesn't take care of his kids. This guy don't even have a job. I got you a house. You know what I'm saying? So ego driven as well. I was feeling like I'm so much better than them. And one great correction my lovely wife gave me was, I'm not married to them.
Come
And
on.
you would never cheat on me? No way. Because I'm not finna get cheated on and stay. So your comparison to these other men is invalid.
Yeah.
Because I'm not those other women. So it doesn't matter what they do.
Yeah.
You not gonna do that. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I said,
No,
yes,
huh?
ma'am, I hear you.
You're like,
And I really was feeling myself.
Yeah.
Because I wanted credit for essentially being a fish that swam or a raindrop that fell from the sky. Like, it is expected that you are monogamous. You don't then get credit,
Right.
extra credit for not cheating. Like that's also what I expect of Melissa. It's what we expect of each other. That was literally my first year of marriage, and I was dumb and young, and I talked about this in the Love Hour, the first year tour. If you guys were there live, I talked about this. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Now I see the error in my way. Actually, I saw the error in my ways in 21. That was about a 4-month feeling of like, you should credit me for cheating. It's another day. Because I get hit on every day. You understand me, Melissa? And I turn them down. And you don't come home and thank me with butt? Every day that I turn someone down, I should be thanked with warm butt.
Oh, you
warm whoppity butt.
dumb man. You stupid soul. You.
And I tell people all the time, people glamorize me and Melissa getting married young. Right? But the downside of that is you're young and dumb. If I had married her at 35, obviously I would have come to my senses or, earlier.
Yeah.
Right? But it was my first serious relationship.
Yeah.
I'm like, and it wasn't until these other dudes started doing trash, I was like, I am totally killing it right now.
Yeah.
As a husband. Great father, car payment, mortgage.
Yeah, look at
shower, and words of affirmation is my love language. So I was like, credit me.
Give me all the praise.
Yeah. So, see, when we got married, 2004. So it was like probably June 2004 to like September. No, that's wrong. I wasn't even 21. I was working at Bank of America when I thought this. So this might have been 23 even. 23. Just dumb.
Yeah, 23 was trash.
All right.
Okay,
you ready for me to unload? So many things ran through my head. I actually had a conversation earlier this week with a friend who was saying that 2 dudes that she knows, and this woman was like, no, all men cheat. This is
The woman said this?
The woman and the 2 dudes. The 2 dudes who are married, but they're trash. That's the reason why they were like, all men cheat. Like, it is a thing. Everybody does this. Like, this is not This is not a thing that people actually do. Like, marriage is. One person said marriage will no longer exist in a few years. Not a few years. Like, throughout time, it'll eventually not exist because nobody's actually being faithful.
Really?
Yes. And I used to have a joke about the whole thing of praising men for things they're supposed to do, like taking care of their kids. Like, no, that's like praising somebody for wiping their butt. You're supposed to do that. So the thought that we are supposed to praise someone from not being a degenerate, because that's what it is to me. It's saying, because I am choosing not to be a degenerate, I should get praised for just being at the bare minimum. The normal level is asinine to me, because at the end of the day, I can tell you right now, no man get hit on as much as a fine woman.
Oh.
Do you want to? I had a painter come to give me an estimate yesterday, okay? At my house. My hair was off to the side of my head. I had on my loose-fitting workout clothes. Before he left, he said, "Can I say something to you?" Little Latino man. I said, "Yes." He said, "Dang it. You are very pretty." And I said, "Oh, well, thank you." He said, "No disrespect." He said, "But you just got that style." I was like,
did he do that?
Yes, he said, "The style." I was like, all right, okay, thank you. I looked tragic. Okay?
It's not tragic.
It's tragic. I look tragic. But I don't get praised. A woman ain't gonna get praised for not being like, well, let me bust it open since you talking to me. So I don't know why men think just because they have desires, that them deciding not to go against those, not to go with those desires, that it should be praised. Because if a woman wanted to go ahead and allow herself to be open to every opportunity, when I was pregnant, 7 months.
7 months?
Out here with the twins, I had men being like, "Hey, sure." You can see the stomach. It's not me hiding. I'm not beside a car where they see the whole body, and they just like, "Cops, how you doing, man?"
Cops? Police?
Police.
Okay, I don't know if it was slang.
No, police officers fully pregnant. How you doing? I'm good.
Pregnant?
Yeah. Just going to buy some diapers, getting ready for these kids. You need some help with something?
I
Sir.
want to serve and protect that butt.
Yes. So if that's like, if we're going to go by that, if we're going to play that game, it's going to be a losing game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a losing game, because if we're going to play what we should be praised for or appreciated for, the list is going to be longer on the woman's end. And men are going to be like, oh, okay, it's enough appreciation. All right, let's just say that this is what we all supposed to do, instead of let's everybody get a sticker for doing certain things. I just think it's a very young, it's like, when I lose weight, I don't need anybody. While it's great when people are like, I see you, I don't need the compliments. It's my own like reward is my own self like thing. So if you like, for you, if you can feel like, oh, I'm killing it, you shouldn't need Melissa to be like, oh, you're better than everybody. You should want to be better than everybody else.
Yeah. I did want, and I also was.
Right.
And I feel like enough people weren't saying it. I just feel like more people should be acknowledging, like, this guy, man, he stands head and shoulders. And that's the thing about it. And then when I got into the plays and stuff, there was a whole like power dynamic of like, oh, this guy's doing plays.
Mm-hmm.
Let me in. Boy, when I tell you Melissa's sixth sense or intuition, she locked on this one girl and she was like, no.
No more plays for her.
There's something.
Yeah.
There is something. She started coming to church. She wasn't looking at Jesus. You understand me? And I said, I was like, and I wasn't even, I wasn't even like that. I was like, come on, this is the Lord.
Yeah.
Ain't no Lord of mine. She can find Jesus at the next church.
Elsewhere. I told you we didn't go to a whole church because you can feel that. But yeah, I don't think that he is alone in his thinking, which is
definitely not.
It's so sad. There's a lot of dudes that are just
circle,
like,
he's definitely not alone in that mindset.
The thing
Which is interesting.
But you know what it really is? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was about to say, it's just the thing is that means that he's more than likely hanging around a lot of people who are trash.
That's what I was literally gonna say.
100,000%.
When you hang around a lot of people who are trash,
It's group
being basic, being the bare minimum seems like good.
Yeah.
Like you're just not cheating, not taking, just by taking care of my kids, having a mortgage, and being faithful. Just those three things. Because there was not a pool of other people in our, age group who were doing that. It was like, man, that guy's killing it. It's like, but also not really. Yeah. Other people are just not killing it.
Yes.
So many people are falling short that the basic seemed extraordinary.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? What were you going to say, Josh?
I was gonna say that way of thinking turns into a normality of just like, oh, this is how men are. This is and lack for a racial slur that they say, men are gonna be men in that sense, and that is just something that's just acceptable, like an acceptable normality that they've just kind of been watering over the years to where just like, oh, that's just how we are.
Yeah,
And
starts with boys will be boys.
Yes.
You know that you push a lot of trash under the rug. Go ahead, Angel.
Well, no, that's what I was saying to my friend in that conversation. I said I would have a hard time listening to a dude who says all married men basically cheat if he's doing it. Like he doesn't, he's around a bunch of trash. He's trash. He's in the trash can and he's looking around thinking that's the world. Like, oh, yeah, everybody's in here. No, there's a bunch of men. And so I had brought the question to my husband afterwards and he was like, no, I can only name a couple of dudes that I know of that weren't faithful to their wife. He was like, majority of the people I know are faithful to that. They're not on that mess.
Yep.
But see, that's what it takes. Ladies, listen, when you find you somebody, look at their friends. Because if they friends trash, you might have to scrub them clean a little bit. You might have to be like, I'm sorry, you got to not spend so much time with these little whoremongers. Because at the end of the day, truly, I do feel like we are affected by what we are around. And if dudes are only around other guys that don't have a standard of how they want to treat their family, they do begin to think, oh, I am Superman, when it's just like, no, they are super trash. It's not, you are just hitting the bare. And I had that same problem, not when it came to like being faithful. There was a bare minimum I was hitting and I was thinking it was just like
What you talking, Angel?
Oh my gosh.
What was the BM for you?
The bare minimum. I would be or bowel movement is what I was like, what? I used to think that because I was faithful, yes, and because, I am not some like, I don't pick fights with my husband like that. Like, I'm pretty easy to get along with. That was just enough. So I'd be at home in a muumuu and just looking a hot mess most of the time.
Tragic, she said.
I used to look terrible, and I would only dress up if I was going somewhere, whether it be with my husband or not. And he'd be like, so you just don't care about you just don't even care how you look. And I'll be like, sir, why does that matter? I am here, okay?
You did not have a muumuu on, Angel, to the floor?
Let me tell you, this is how bad it was. I had on my best friend's deceased grandmother's old muumuus. I was like, girl, these are comfortable. She said, you can have them. Yes. Terrible muumuus. And I was like, why do you have an issue with this?
Angel.
Wouldn't even like my weave would be, my real hair would be separating from my weave. I wouldn't care. I'm not going nowhere. He's like, but
I have to see you.
Yeah,
also.
he's like, you don't.
Me, Marcus.
I was like,
you're here. Somewhere is here.
Yeah.
You haven't left, but I want to be reminded of UK, Angel.
I was like, but I cooked. Like, what is it? And this is before a lot of kids. This is before that.
You didn't even have a lot of kids?
Oh, God, no.
You've been waiting to be an old black woman your whole life.
I was
you started with Elizabeth Taylor's White Diamonds. You was wearing muumuus at 25.
Absolutely. And did not realize, because I wasn't aware of the fact of how visual he is, men in general, but he definitely is a visual person.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, yeah,
I like.
He was like, you can tell me you love me all day long. That's fine. But you could show me you love me by not looking like you just got out of the trash can, like out of a dumpster.
Came out of Gossip and Grounds. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Angel has said on multiple occasions she doesn't take her makeup off at night.
Oh.
So you woke up with the muumuu, the raccoon eyes. Marcus was like,
I'm like, hi, baby, I love you. You the best man in the world. I can't see my life without you. He's like, yeah,
you
but
sound like an old drunk.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby, I love you so much. If you ever died, I'd be so lonely, and I would hope you had Policy Genius. Shopping for life insurance can seem like a daunting task, but if you've got loved ones that depend on you, it's also really important. That's why Policy Genius makes it easy. They combine a cutting-edge insurance marketplace with the help of licensed experts to save you time and money. I don't know if you all have ever went shopping for life insurance.
Boy, Angel.
It is terrible if you do it.
Literally the worst.
Trying to do it the traditional way, having to talk to one agent and them try to sell you on things, and you're just like, does it really cost this much?
Man.
And then you don't want to go through the experience with another licensed agent to try to compare.
Sure don't, Angel.
It's so much, but this is what you can do with Policy Genius. First, head to policygenius.com, and in minutes you can work out how much coverage you need and compare quotes from top insurers to find your best price. Policy Genius will compare policies starting as little as $1 a day. You might be eligible to skip the in-person medical exam. Once you apply, the Policy Genius team will handle all the paperwork and red tape. And the best part is that they work for you, not the insurance company.
Not the insurance company.
Oh, yes. So if you hit any speed bumps during the application process, they'll take care of everything. That kind of service has earned Policy Genius a 5-star rating across 1,600 reviews on Trustpilot and Google. So if you need life insurance, which everybody does, head to policygenius.com right now to get started. You could save 50% or more by comparing quotes. Policy Genius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right. Now, when it comes to shopping, there's only one way to get it right.
That's honey, Angel.
Oh, honey. Come on. Yes. That is today's sponsor, Honey, okay? These days, it feels like online shopping is the only shopping we really do. So if you're going to do that, you need Honey. It's a free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and automatically applies the best available one at the checkout. Excuse me, I was about to say at the shipping. Here's how it works. You get Honey on your computer for free and in 2 easy clicks by going to joinhoney.com/SK. There we go. Then when you're checking out on one of its over 30,000 supported sites, Honey pops up and allows you to do all you have to do is click apply coupons. So you wait a few seconds as Honey searches for the coupons for that site. And if Honey finds a working code, it applies the best one to your cart. Because have you ever, I know for me, like when I go shopping, sometimes I'll have like a 20% coupon and then the person will have to be like, oh no, but there's a 30% one that you can use. You ain't got to worry about that. They're going to give you the best one.
Worry.
Okay? You ain't got to worry.
Honey does it for you.
Yes, it's simple. If you have a computer, Honey should be on it, okay? It's free and it works with whatever browser you use. You can get Honey for free today at joinhoney.com/SK.
SK.
That's joinhoney.com/SK.
SK. Josh, can you go into the bathroom real quick? The guy left the key in there.
What guy?
Darius. And Tahir texted me about it, and I totally forgot. And I just don't want to
There's a bathroom key over here. I got it.
He took it.
Why would he take it?
He left it in the bathroom when he used the bathroom.
That's how you get in there.
And
And,
then
then
just
when
set
he
it
left
down
out.
But why would you leave a key inside something that you need to get in?
I don't know. Do you have a key to it?
No.
Okay, so take this one.
I've been holding it the whole time too.
You just got to go to the
No,
bathroom?
I'm kidding.
Oh, that's
You're like, oh, bless his heart.
Bless it,
heart.
bless it. If he ain't got that, he going
might be gone by now.
I know, and it's coming out of his check. If I got
What?
to go down to key me.
Tahir did?
No, Darius.
Go
Darius done left it in there. He's
Get
in
it.
here. He
Go
need to
get
listen
it.
to it.
Go get the key. Get Darius out of trouble. So I'm glad that you are a faithful cat, a faithful dude. Nobody uses cat anymore.
I know.
Faithful
What?
cat. You faithful. You're not a jive turkey.
Musicians use cat, man. That cat was killing.
They do
cat,
that.
and Doc is the church version of.
Come on.
You want to talk about annoyance? Churchmen of the world. Let me tell you, I ain't been to a convention in a while, but we used to do the Playmakers, and as my Kev on Stage was rising, whoo, Doc, you killed that Doc. Want to build with you. Hey, Doc, man, you think I could? Doc, sir, stop. Stop using this word. Churchmen, musicians, cut it out. That's enough of Doc. This Rev, I don't mind.
You don't mind? Well, listen, let me tell you, when I get my honorary doctorate, which will happen, you can go ahead and call me doctor.
Well,
That's fine.
You're not going to be one of those people.
Oh, you better be glad that master is not a thing that people use. Because I'd be like, yes, you can call me that. That's absolutely fine. Absolutely. But what I was going to say is, I'm glad that you are a faithful person because we wouldn't hang out with y'all.
No. I don't think, I was thinking about this today.
Sorry.
Melissa is, I don't want to say secret weapon. She is like,
Foundational.
she is like foundational. She is like nothing in so many ways. She is so instrumental, influential, just all that stuff, right? And I want to make it clear, I didn't have the people who were trashing my life were people who were attending the church. It was just like, hey man, we all up in here.
Well, yeah, that's where they really groom trash men in church.
I don't know about that.
No.
I think trash men are groomed by America as a whole.
Yeah, but no.
Or if they're led by a trash.
What I was about to say, the reason why I feel like it's groomed is because of the hierarchy and patriarchy that is so strong in, especially the black church.
Okay, well, yes, I agree.
That there is a can do no wrong type of.
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean by it grooms that, because there's not the same level of accountability. So when you're allowed to keep getting.
But you don't think that's true for America as a whole?
Oh, America as a whole, yes, that happens, but I feel like the influence of the black church on black men feeds into the trash that exists more so than just the world.
I agree. I
all
think especially there's a lot of slack you're given when you are talented.
Yeah.
Gifted. Preaching, playing. If you're the organist, you get away with a lot more. if you can hear drawbars out, if you can play with your left foot, the bass pedals, and you pull them, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can get, I mean, literally, I'm not even kidding. In El Paso, we would church drummer. Okay, preacher gets up. He goes to, we had a back house that we had Sunday school. Girl met him there, and he played some more drums.
Oh, wow.
And he came back in time for altar call. Right on the
Smelling like booty. They couldn't
like
smell that wafting.
Am I right? Didn't
You know, you smell butt.
Wafting over
I'm
the
like,
offering.
You know, just right back on the cymbals. Take me to the water. I already been to the water. Hey, man,
Jesus.
that little back house in El Paso, so much sin.
Oh, my
They
God.
was getting taken down in Vacation Bible School.
That's a different altar call.
Oh,
That is so terrible.
I said, y'all having, that's church land.
Yeah.
That's all the church land.
That, I mean, what the whole, we are standing on holy ground. They should have just left off the Lee on whole ground. That's what we on.
Holy ground. We are standing on holy ground.
Yes.
I mean, there was a lot of, and you want to talk about sex happening
At church?
Go to a convention,
Oh, I bet.
Kojic or
I bet.
PAW.
I bet.
You want to talk about jean skirts being flipped up? I mean, there was sex happening in the Omni Hotel in Atlanta. I'm talking about.
The Omni.
Would go right to Midnight Musical. After that, I got to get to the altar because the things I did, I was calling on God, and it wasn't that type of worship. I'm talking about it was bad.
Yes. I mean, I did not participate, but I definitely knew that like things weren't as they seemed. Like as a young girl, like watching how things moved, I
Yeah.
was like, these people, because you grow up with the thought that you're supposed to have reverence for these people. And then you realize, wait a minute.
They don't have reverence for themselves or the
And they
Lord.
revere nothing but that ASS. That's all they revere. And and I think that just leads to a lot of men just doing things because they know they can get away with it. And because opportunity
I don't
is
even think
there.
you know you can get away with it. I think, well, I do agree. But I think what happens is this is the part where I agree about you grooming or saying it becomes an environment that's foster this. You see people do, right, activities where the punishment should be great.
Yes.
And then the punishment is not great.
Right.
Then it's like, oh, well, shoot. I mean,
Right.
he did that. Let me try. And
Right.
then the same thing happens over and over again. And now you fostered an environment where, you know, the morals aren't the same. And the part that I did disagree with him, even when I was young, like Melissa should have I wouldn't have ever said like, I should get credit. You shouldn't get credit. And I think that's a lot of things men in our infinite ego, we don't even go in. It doesn't even register that your wife or girlfriend probably turns down 100 to 1,
Especially with DMs nowadays.
DMs. It's probably 100 to 1 ratio, and we're like, a woman said hello to me on Thursday,
Right.
and I didn't immediately go have sex with her in the bathroom. Please coddle my ego.
Because here's where the confusion is. Because you have especially women who have had kids and maybe our libido has gone down. So men think, well, you don't want to have sex with me all the time. You can't be wanting to have sex with anybody else. Oh, women like to be chased.
Oh,
That is a switch that might have been turned off.
right.
Somebody start chasing. It's just like, wait a second.
I've seen.
Hold on. Who are you? So it's like, don't get it confused just because in this
We're not
house,
having sex with you.
right? In this household, it might be a little, but there is something. That's the one thing that you can lose easily in marriage is the chase, because you all know we here.
I done caught you.
Right, I am caught. So the chase will awaken something that could have been dormant for a while, and men be thinking.
You really got me nervous now. Let me text me. I
Because
don't
men
need
be
nobody
thinking,
chasing her.
they be like, oh, because you ain't wanting it every day, it's not a big thing for you to turn it down. Oh, no, if something fine is really pursuing.
Or something medium ugly.
A medium ugly. Listen, something with some, just something different can make you go, oh, no, I'm married. I am married. So I think that's where men get real confused.
Yeah.
And they be thinking it's not a thing because you ain't even in that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But I can be. But I'm choosing not to be because I
bet you some women entertain a little bit of chase, right? I feel like and women will get away with cheating more because men are freaking stupid idiots. They don't know how to do nothing. I believe women can cheat and fully her husband never knows. She's been cheating for 25 years. I feel like going along with what you're saying, you can entertain that chase just on some like, I ain't felt this way in a while. And next thing you know, your bloomers are up.
Yep, that's how you get caught up.
You're like, man, I just like, he was so nice. And you know, that like feeling of value hadn't been there. You know, because it's like you would sit at home in muumuus and white diamond and a dead grandma's thing. Marcus is not chasing that.
And there were dudes that obviously would still chase that.
That Mexican man came in and said, I ain't seen this down in my part of town.
You are very pretty. I was like,
Santo Padre.
John didn't take that hat off. Ay, Dios mío, gloria a Dios.
He cracked me up. I was like, oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
He hit you with that bilingual.
It cracked me up. But that's the one thing that I feel like the thing that will make me a loyal woman till the day the Lord calls me or Marcus home is that my ego is not big enough for me to believe that there is no circumstance that I would mess up in. I know that there is a circumstance in some universe that I could potentially mess up in. So I just choose not to put myself in any situation that I could mess up in.
I say that all the time. I don't, even then, before I was, I didn't do at all deaf. I'm not, you can't even, no one can even say Kev came to a party.
Right.
I took my black butt home.
At 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock? Hey, Kev, we're what?
No.
Home I go.
Yeah, it also helped that I lived in the valley. I'm like, I'm not adding no more. I already got an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I also want to get home to my wife. But I don't, the Bible says you don't even want the appearance.
Yeah. No,
of
really.
Evil. You can't even tell no story. No one can even Kevin. If it wasn't a company party, like if my bosses weren't there, and it was like this is a sanctioned event that everybody from the company is there, I didn't get into that.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be caught up in nothing. And I didn't want to be partied in nothing.
Yeah,
y'all. These was young kids. Almost. I might have been the only person under 40 that was not married.
Not married.
Or
married.
not single.
Oh, not single. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't even want the appearance. And my stand-up, too. Josh been on the road with me. Even when Melissa's not there. And also helps that I be tired.
Yeah.
And I'm a little musty. I be worried. After that second show on that Saturday, I done gave it all.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of deodorant, but it's holding on. The God done changing hands. But I don't trust myself enough. And that's even without alcohol, because my ego's out of this world. I don't get drunk. You at the hotel bar, you get caught sleep. You start feeling yourself.
Yeah.
I'm 3 French connections in. Hello. Yeah. I love the show. What is that? Someone else's butt?
You in this butt.
I would go to my room. I did order the room service. Just bring it to me personally.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that hotel bar stuff. But I like that you said that, because I think Melissa and I have talked about this on the Love Hour before. Like, in a healthy marriage, you give your partner enough rope to hang themselves.
Yeah.
I'm not checking Melissa's phone anymore, and she's not checking my phone or DM. She's got to trust that when we don't have nothing. She can't trust that when I'm in Kansas City, I'm either performing or at the hotel. Yeah. She can't, if I wanted to get away and do something, I could. Yeah. But I don't. And she can't, there's no healthy marriage where you got to be thinking about this all the time. Right. That's negative energy. That's going to be starting arguments and all that stuff.
But yeah, no, I think that's what keeps people, good people, from getting caught up. Like people who actually are trying to be in a faithful relationship is not allowing yourself, like you said, don't allow even the appearance, and don't trust yourself in every situation. Make sure you're just in situations that you're not going to even be presented with that situation, and it'd be easy to pull it off.
Absolutely. And that's a respect thing for the individual. Like, I work with Angel, right? If we were on tour, Real Comedian Social Media Tour or Real Here's the Thing tour, I wouldn't even record a podcast in a room with Angel without someone else. It would be in Josh's room. Hey, we gonna meet
Right.
here. I'm gonna stand
Gonna be
outside
in
the
the
door.
lobby.
We'd be in the lobby, a conference room.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not. It's and here's what I don't like for men. This happened when Nipsey Hussle died. People were shooting their shot and at stuff at Lauren London, and they were like, "I gotta stop out of respect for Nipsey." Like, out of respect for
For
Lauren,
her. Right.
Out of respect for Angel, like. I wouldn't even, and this Angel's my homegirl.
Right.
Right? But there's no the Bible, there's no appearance of evil wrongdoing, right? Like can we book this conference room out? We gonna have to shoot it here? And that's not because I'm ridiculous or a horn dog, it's because I don't even want the appearance. Like, oh, I didn't see Kev. And did you watch Ted Lasso?
No, I don't even know.
Did you watch Ted Lasso?
I don't think so.
Who is Ted Lasso?
Ted Lasso is it's a
singer?
soccer show on
Oh, okay.
on Apple Plus, and he was having basically this scene. He was having a casual lunch with this woman. He was married, and that's a throat clear. Grab your water.
Joking around those colds earlier.
I've been holding
Can I
it.
have a water too?
Room temp? What do you guys want?
Whatever. I just want regular water. I don't need this bougie water. Go ahead. Ted Lasso.
He was having lunch with a woman in open air. She had a cheeseburger. She had ketchup went down the side of her mouth. He wiped the ketchup off. Paparazzi took a picture of it, and that's the image, right? And he wasn't doing anything wrong. He wasn't even trying. He was super faithful to his wife. All this and that, but just something that seemed innocent or was truly innocent ends up looking nefarious. And I could not do.
No, that's not it. Thank you. That'll be some. Marcus knows. Hold on. It's no. My husband sweats from his nose all the time, and that's one thing I always do is I wipe the sweat from his nose.
Okay.
If I ever saw another woman wipe the sweat from my husband's nose, there is going to be hell to pay. There is no.
Really? It's such an innocent thing.
It's not.
But it's your thing.
It's my thing. The face, anything dealing with touching with the face, my thing. I'd rather have someone hunt for the thing on them than for me to be in. No.
You get a little upset.
I don't like that.
You get a little upset at the hypothetical thought of a woman. You brought this thought into the room, and now you're like, you know what? I'll kill somebody.
Marcus knows. Marcus says if we were to ever split and we were like on bad terms, one of the things he would do was bring a chick around just to wipe his nose. He said, "Oh, and I'm gonna be like, is my nose sweating? Go ahead and get that for me."
Oh, that would just be twisting the knife.
I'd fight both of them right then and there. I wouldn't even care. But no, I truly believe that, and I think it's because, like I said, I feel like growing up and realizing how many people were foul behind closed doors. And then you think, well, why the heck were y'all behind closed doors? Like, what was
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, has made me as a married woman, even though I don't feel like truly in my heart, I don't want to be with nobody else but my husband. Point blank, ain't enough flirting in the world that's gonna make me ever want to jeopardize that relationship. However, at the same time, I also don't even want there to be the thought that could even happen. So I don't ever want to ever allow myself to be in that type of situation. So I encourage that for anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people are like, I never would cheat. And then all of a sudden they're like, and then this one time I was having this conversation and I had a couple of, it's just like, no, that situation's avoidable. So that's my game plan. Hey,
you know what, Angel? That's a good game plan.
Listen,
you know what is my game plan? Getting in shape. That's my game plan. Me, Kevin, I have the game plan of getting in shape.
Go ahead and get them tight.
Getting in shape doesn't have to be about losing a specific amount of weight, guys, or a magic number on the scale. It's about building healthier habits and feeling better about yourself. Because everyone's different. Huh, Joshy? Noom adjust to your lifestyle. They teach you the psychology behind the decisions you make, and then they help you keep track of everything from workouts to steps. And they analyze your diet and recommend healthy recipes. Recipes. Listen, I've been working out. I've been hiking about an hour and a half, 5 days a week. Also, sometimes directly after my hike, I go to Chick-fil-A and I get a chicken, egg, and cheese bagel with strawberry jelly.
Oh, man.
They don't have large hash browns at Chick-fil-A, so I just order 2 hash browns.
The little nugs.
The little nugs. Then I get an orange juice and completely erase my hike. Now, most healthy living things would smack your hand. You can't have anything. Eat the grilled chicken, which tastes like tires. Not Noom. Noom is all about balance. It's the overall feeling of self-confidence, having more energy, and an overall glow. And it's not about beating yourself up when you make a mistake. It's about having these type of things built into your plan. Come on, guys. You log your food. You see how easy it is to keep track of what you eat and learn about how you eat. It's flexible. It can essentially do the splits of a workout plan. Noom works with your lifestyle, guys. You can eat what you want in moderation because you learn to control your habits. Noom has one of the biggest and most accurate food databases available that helps you track your meal habits and visualize portion sizes and see the caloric density at a glance. We're all strapped for time, Joshy. Noom just asks you to commit 10 minutes a day for yourself. You're human. If you go off track, there's no shame. The Bible says there is therefore no condemnation. No condemnation. Just tips to help you get back on track tomorrow. If you don't have to change it all in one day. Small steps. Okay. You don't have to change it all in one day. Small steps make big progress. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com/SK. That's
SK.
Noom.com/SK.
SK.
What do you have to lose, Josh?
Not much.
Visit Noom.com/SK.
SK.
Start your trial today. That's Noom.com/SK.
SK. Hallelujah.
Oh, I just got back from the bathroom. What's been going on?
Just reading the best ad in the best way, the best transiciones.
Presented by SK.
I drank so much water. It's so much. I had to go.
Okay, moving on.
Yo, I'm on this website. Are we about to move to this?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
There's a website called This Person Does Not Exist. You should like stop what you're doing and look at it.
And look.
So what happens? You enter this website and this machine
AI.
This AI.
Yes, artificial intelligence creates a face of a person that actually does not exist.
How do they know?
They compile all the basically human features, right? They have all these databases of pictures from Google and all these images, blah, blah, blah. And the guy basically pulls like Angel's eyes, your nose, my beard, and compiles a human face that is a human, but it's not a real person. Oh, wow. And when you refresh it, try it, Josh. When you refresh it, it creates another human. I'm certain this is where all these bots pictures come from. And what's crazy, sometimes the faces will be off, like the teeth will be all messed up and stuff like that, or the ear will be wonky. But for the most part, these look like regular people.
Like it's like, oh, if they were like, this is Sharon from Wyoming, I'd be like, that's Sharon from Wyoming.
Let me show y'all. Can they see this, Josh? Can they see it, or is it glare?
Oh my God, he exists.
No, I've seen a meme of that dude.
Right? Every time you hit the button.
He's an accountant. He has to be. That's my cousin. That is my cousin, Lakeisha. How could it not be?
That's a professor at a small university in Illinois.
Absolutely.
Dropped out of med school.
Right?
Oh,
that's
Brad.
Chris Pratt. So the thing that's crazy is...
That's scary.
It is.
First of all,
scary. It is so scary.
Did I tell you about Isaiah and Singularity?
No, what are you talking about?
So Isaiah was, he didn't know that when he put something in the calendar, it was shared into the family. So I was looking for something, and somehow I had scooted way forward in the future of our family calendar, and I saw an event, and I clicked it, and it said Singularity, and it was made with Zay Zay's iCloud. Mm-hmm. So I asked him, and I didn't know what it was. And I was like, Isaiah, what's singularity? And he was like, oh, that's the day that robots will take over humankind. Like AI will become sentient and the machines will be smarter than the humans and they'll take over.
Oh, snap.
And I was like, first of all,
Watch your
use
mouth.
2 words I hadn't heard, singularity and sentient. And then I looked it up, and there is a thought amongst leading machine experts that eventually this iPad gonna turn on and kill me. Because the machines are gonna be so smart, and we gonna be so dumb. And websites like this, have you seen deep fakes?
No.
I've seen fake deep.
But as you pull it up real quick, this is why I don't ever do the updates on my apparatuses. They be like, people like, your phone don't do this? No, it don't. It was with the iOS 11.6 update. I'm still on 9.2.
Wait, don't you? But when you get a new phone, it be updated.
But then I don't update again. You know, Apple be like doing updates every couple of months. I'll be like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. Nope.
Is that your way to fight the machines?
Yup. I got the plan, y'all. Okay. When it all happens.
Don't your phone update on it? My phone switched to the new iOS. I never clicked a button.
Oh, yeah.
It was just one day I had the circles in the group chat and I hadn't updated it.
Because you probably, when you first set up your phone, said do automatic updates.
I did.
And I said, no. You
told your phone
ask
no?
me nicely. And I'll let you know whether or not I agree. And it be saying it's gonna do stuff. I ain't got no problem with how you do it now. Quit trying to tell me you do it bad.
Listen, in every movie where they make AI, the doggone machines eventually decide, you know what? It's destroying Earth. Humans. iRobot. The Matrix.
Wally. Not Wally.
Terminator. Every doggone thing, when the robots come alive, they're like, you guys are like, I think in the Matrix, he was like, you guys are like a virus. Do you watch the Matrix?
I watched all of them.
Okay. I freaking love Viggo Mortensen in the Matrix. He was just pissed off
The whole time.
He spent 5 hours of movie time
Freezing in the rain.
just fully. When he took Neo's sweat, it was like, you disgust me. Like, he was pissed.
I want to watch that again.
And I think the machines would eventually be like, yo, y'all don't see what you're doing to Earth? We don't care. We leave the planet. We're like, forget this planet. I'm finna be dead.
It's like a Westworld.
What?
Like that Westworld.
Season 1 of Westworld was flawless.
The way that
That's
thing.
your boy.
Come on, right? When he found, I was like, no.
Man,
Oh, no.
Angel. Spoiler alert.
Oh, big spoiler.
I
That
did.
was the turn
If
that
you-
I was like, this is the best show ever.
Ah!
When he found out
Oh!
all the reveals, I was just like, what now, huh?
It is Hugo Weaving, not Viggo Mortensen. You guys know what I meant.
I never
They
knew
was
the man.
both.
Listen,
They was both in Lord of the Rings.
let me tell you, no, it wasn't. You think I knew that man by his name?
Hugo Weaving or Viggo Mortensen?
Either one. I waited until you did your impression, and I said, "Oh, I know what character he's talking about."
Right.
Didn't think I know that white man's name. No, that's what's his name in the movie.
Hugo Weaving. Who
No,
is Viggo
in-
Mortensen? He
Who
Aragorn?
was his name in the Matrix movie?
No, Mr. Anderson. Agent
Mr. Anderson.
Him. That's what I'm gonna call him, even though that's not what,
What
his
is
name
his
was.
name? Agent-
Mr. Anderson.
Patreon people.
'Cause that's what he
say
said
True
all
Witness.
the time.
No, Mr. Anderson is
I
Keanu
know,
Reeves.
but that's what he said all the time.
Oh,
was
you're
Mr.
gonna go-
I'm gonna
Agent
call him
Smith.
Mr. Anderson because he said Mr. Anderson, Agent Smith.
Agent Smith.
That was his name as an actor too. Whatever else you say is not important to me. But what I think is crazy about Westworld is to have the people who are creating these AI,
Like a guy created this website.
yes, are the people who want that to happen. They want AI to take over, and it's just like, have you like on this website, this weird website, I have a little baby up here. There are going to be people who can't have kids that are just going to be like, create my child because I can't have a child.
Let me see. I didn't know they did kids.
Yes,
That is Hayden.
look.
That is Hayden. He walking around Whole Foods right now.
Yeah, he go Sierra Canyon.
You can't listen. I will not be creating a little girl with AI. I know the Lord didn't give me one, but I'm not about to punish myself and be like, let me create an artificial one.
Look at this, Angel. They also do cats.
Oh, I heard about this one. This is not
does not exist, and it's a whole website.
That's midday.
There's enough stray cats there are enough stray cats that don't have homes that we did not need no goddamn on fake AI cats.
Angel, I low-key was like, bruh. Because we're so, it was funny, right? I was thinking about, like, obviously the election is tonight.
Yes, it is.
As we think about it. And we're always like, what are you going to do if the world ends? You're going to have cash. Do you understand? Even with cash, if the computers do not work, it is over.
There are no registers.
There's no grocery store.
Cash is no longer the currency if the world ends.
When Amazon Fresh.
There's nothing. If the world ends and there's no computers,
food is currency. That's what's currency.
Food is currency, and people who have guns and bullets.
There you go.
That's what it boils down. Cash ain't gonna do nothing. You can't go to Ralph's and be like, I have cash.
Yeah.
What?
You
We
need
can't turn the system on.
Yeah, you need the gun to shoot through the window to get the food. You don't need the money. What?
Literally. It's gonna be, well, this is the currency now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have something that makes that sound?
Yes.
Because I do.
Yes, I do. We have a
Because
couple.
that's what's going to be. It's great. I obviously, I don't want the world to end, and I don't want zombies. But like BT, well, I can't tell. I don't want this is keep your distance thing. I want you to watch it when it comes out. But he had a really funny joke about zombies.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking about that. I was like, man, we gotta have cash in the house. And then I was just like, bro, you can't even get gas. If the machine, if the system go up,
no.
What do you and people like, you're gonna have to start a garden. You think people gonna be like, now here's the time to get these tomatoes going.
Let me get these seeds in this ground. Start tilling.
That's not you know how in LA,
bruh,
there ain't enough backyard to grow four bumpkins.
Early quarantine, I had friends who were like, I'm gonna start growing my own food. So they started doing that, all that work, and they got 2 tomatoes out of that.
Yeah.
Who are you feeding with 2 tomatoes, sir?
Exactly.
You gonna eat them like an apple? That's a layover snack.
2 tomatoes.
All that work for 2 red tomatoes.
Let me tell you you need. What you need if you think the world is going to end: a non-electrical can opener. That's what you need. That's what you need. That was the one thing during quarantine that I was like,
I ain't seen one of those.
I said, baby, you know what we need? We need a can
opener. He gonna use
opener.
his knife.
I mean, that doesn't cut as easily as a thing that cranks, but he would. That's probably what his answer would have been. Just gonna stab the can until it comes open.
What's you and Marcus's doomsday preparation level?
We have more ammo than we could carry, so we would have to put it on the kids. Like for real.
Put the thing around Amar?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's that thing.
He's that thing. We have a bunch of 5, you know those things that you put on a water cooler that sit upside down of water?
Oh, yeah.
We have about 5 of those.
Okay. Do you have one of those machines?
Yeah, we do. Okay. But you don't need them. Like, we would just.
Oh, yeah, you can just drink it.
Just drink it.
How often do you replace those?
No, we just have those for D-Day.
Oh, they're empty.
No, they're full
for D-Day.
For D-Day.
Okay.
We don't use that machine anymore.
But do you replace those?
No, the water is in the house good.
Oh, okay. Because I had a whole bunch of bottles of water. Then somebody was like, after a certain amount of years, it goes bad. And I was like,
in those plastic, but
yes.
These are like
this is a different type of plastic.
Drums. The big ones.
Oh, those last longer?
Yes, it's made from a different plastic.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like these.
That's what I had. I had like 2 cases of that, and I was like,
no, we got the big. We got a lot of non-perishables. We have a generator. So
I got a generator because of Marcus.
Well,
it's still in the box. So.
Oh, okay.
I got some gas too.
Yes.
The gas cans are empty though.
We got all that. It's mostly in a lot of flashlights, but it's mostly weaponry. Is where
the thing we have a lot is bullets.
A lot of bullets, a lot of guns.
This is what's gonna change the game.
They have a bunker.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, but we started. Like I started putting our list together at the top of quarantine. I was like, okay.
Remember when we couldn't get? I remember this was so not funny, but like I remember beginning of quarantine when there was no toilet tissue for like 2 months or whatever. You couldn't get it, and you couldn't get rice
Right, everybody had rice.
You couldn't get rice. And I
Everybody
remember
took it.
being like, man, I ain't seen rice since March. Like May.
Mm-hmm.
And then we live in LA, a Hispanic population, they consume rice. And there's a lot of Asian people.
Yeah.
So rice just be consumed anyway.
Anyway.
And I remember being like, what? And it's on the movies of apocalypse movies, I was like, man, I hadn't had rice or I hadn't had an orange
Mm-hmm.
since before the sun broke or exploded and stuff.
Book of
Since
Eli.
before the sun broke.
I like
It
Book
just
of Eli.
And you like,
Oh,
what?
like
man, I
Book
don't
of
want
Eli.
I don't want the world to end.
I don't
I don't
that
think
to
it
happen.
is. I think it's just people's fear. I'm
I
not
was
letting-
thinking that too, Angel. I've been talking over you. Go ahead. People's fear.
I'll say it and I'll let you talk because you got things you got to say and I don't mind it. You got to get it out, Kevin. I'm not going to allow people's anxiety to feed my psyche.
I'm
that
on
is-
that energy, Angel. Keep talking.
I know a lot of people. They're like, "Oh my God, today I'm just gonna sit in the house and stay away from the news and and it's just like,
That's a funny one.
yo, me being a black woman, I'm fully aware of who I am the descendants of. And
yeah, boy, shot.
okay, and I feel like my ancestors have been through way more than what I've experienced in a lifetime. So for me to all of a sudden get all weak and wimpy at this time just does not speak to my ancestry or my heritage. So today ain't gonna be the day that I buckle if things don't go the way that I want it.
The songwriter said, "We gonna be all right."
Hey.
I was actually it's so interesting you said that. I had that same line of thinking. I was like, man, black people, if we ain't nothing else, we are resilient.
Come on,
And
somebody.
you know, we gon' make it.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna, we probably having some tougher years ahead. If Trump wins, it ain't gonna be as easy as it could have been if Biden won.
Right.
But this app's still gonna come out. These
Come
jokes still
on.
gonna fly. These kids still gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be but I also don't want it.
I know it's one thing. Yes, I would absolutely love to be voting in an election where I was so excited about the candidate that I'm voting on, and that I would just felt like the sense of hope the way I did when we voted for Barack Obama. I don't feel that this time, but I'm also not about to sit here and act as if my life will be over if things don't go the way they're supposed to. And I was advised, if you're around people like that, to mute them. I remember the day after our current president was elected, and I was at work with a bunch of white folk doing voiceover, and everybody's energy was off. I didn't know why. I had no idea why. They were like, I was like, thinking somebody in our group had died and I wasn't aware of it. And I was like, what happened? They were like, the election, man. I mean, can't believe it. I was like, oh, bless y'all's heart. Y'all ain't never had nothing go bad in your life. Oh my God. Y'all are really over here twisted up. Bless your white hearts. Y'all gonna still be white tomorrow and the day after and the day after. You're gonna be fine. You're going to be okay.
Going back to your little spots in Echo Park.
Still gonna be white in Echo Park.
Listen, you gonna be okay. And they're just like, I just couldn't believe it. I said, believe it. This is the world we live in. Open up your eyes. Yes, this was a possibility.
Black people, I be telling y'all, black people, I was surprised but not shocked. I be trying to tell white people.
Either I was just like, this was gonna happen. Go ahead.
I was like, I've tweeted this on a myriad of occasions. I said, white people, y'all, we know y'all more than y'all. They were like, how could this have happened? This is not America. We'd be like, this is them. Y'all don't be living in the America. That's the mask man. The mask man. I need give me a.
Is it a myriad or a myriad? What is it? Which word is it?
Trying to sound smart.
Listen, you called me out. Wait a minute. You look, because you don't have on shoes, you look like you have on pajamas. Like you are in like Yes, he got on his little tight pants, his little tight joggers. He looked like he in his pajamas.
This is my Fenty for men.
That's like it's about to be Christmas. This is Christmas PJ.
Like, okay, go ahead.
No, you were talking and your nose decided
My
to do
nose is
that.
running
That's
on.
what because of the COVID.
I don't.
Go get a test.
Get a test. Actually, I
actually
need to
getting
get a
one
test.
tomorrow.
I know.
getting
I was
one
about to
today.
say.
Friday.
I said I'm about to schedule one
getting
after.
one
It
today.
was something that we did recently. Oh, I wanted to do it after we did all the sketch shows. Not the sketch show. The show we did.
Yeah, we got the Black Love thing, and we got to shoot, and they were reminding me you have to do them for there. But I usually do one every 2 or 3 weeks anyway. But what was I saying?
You were saying you were not surprised.
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
shocked.
I feel like we are definitely going to be all right. I think. Oh yeah, Trump and the mask were the first times for some white. The mask is the first time white people were not allowed to do what they wanted, and they were just like, "But I don't want to do that."
Right.
Like, but you have to. But you can't tell me what to do. But you can.
Yeah.
No. Like that's really what it boils down to.
So yeah,
I said myriad so many times. I don't know if I used it.
You said it right. They put it in there.
It was right.
Myriad.
What does myriad mean though?
I think you meant
Multitude?
like. I think that's what you were trying to say. So let's just say it.
Countless or extreme great number.
So I hope it goes one way. I think it's going to go another. But regardless, I know that I'm going to be all right, and I know my family's going to be all right because I believe it. Why else do life if I believe only bad is going to come my
black
way?
people specifically, we done had hard times for a long time, a lot of times. And even during slavery and Jim Crow, segregation, all those times we have found joy. We've created art, music, had children, laughed, during all the times. Yes. And this time ain't gonna be no different.
It's not going to be any different. And don't let anybody tell you any differently. Is that we, I get tired of having to be the light in the darkest hour, but that's just if that's what happens, that's what it's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not about to dim myself.
I ain't gonna dim it. I know that much.
Y'all see what we did during COVID? We didn't get dimmer. We got brighter.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we did. We shine bright like a diamond.
Turn it up. Clank,
All right,
clank,
I want to have a meeting with the Patreon real quick. The rest of y'all, we love y'all. I want to tell Patreon something about. They've been asking this main question about the app. So everybody else, we'll see you at Keep Your Distance Friday if you're there. If not, we'll see you next Wednesday. Patreon, we'll see you now. Bye.
Bye.
Tragedies are commonplace. So a lot of y'all have been asking what happens to Patreon when the app comes out. Here's what happens. If you only have $5.99, just do the app. Just do the app only. If you only got the $5, don't make me never mind. I'm not going to be sad about it. I understand. I appreciate your support. If you want, what will happen to Patreon is this. Because the app will have so much content, the app only holders, we won't be doing the live for the app, right? The app, the live stuff, shooting behind the scenes, early access, that type of stuff will still be reserved for Patreon if you want to continue to support. A lot of y'all were like, keep it at $5. I want to continue to support. So like watching this live, that will no longer be a benefit for the app, right? It'll just be for the Patreon. Shooting shows live. There's some shows that there's a show we're developing, an improv game show, not game show, but improv show. And it's going to have live audience interaction. That'll be done on Patreon. The app live, Vimeo doesn't have the way YouTube can keep a tally of a conversation going. Vimeo doesn't have that. You can comment live, and then your comment goes to the live. You know how YouTube after the live, it just is there?
Yeah.
It's like that. So in order to have like the conversations, you still have to host that on YouTube. So that'll still be on Patreon. Merch codes, discount codes, that'll still be on Patreon. The Discord, people joining, I don't imagine a whole bunch of people are going to join Patreon after the app because I won't be promoting it like that, because if you only have one thing, I want you to have the app. So this will be for stage crew managers. All the shirts, all that stuff will still be on Patreon. All the like pictures and stuff. I'll actually probably start using Patreon more as a stage crew social media site for early access, behind the scenes, things like that. Deciding if we want to do something, asking your opinion, it'll be that. So but again, so the new content, we won't be sending links out to the new shows on Patreon like that. We'll do it at the beginning as we transition, but eventually it'll be app only. So
people gonna do both.
I don't ask for that, but if you do, just know, and this is also something I want to tell you. So we looking at buildings today. Me and Melissa, Brennan, Tony, Valentine are looking at a building because the amount of stuff we're shooting because of just the app. Brennan and them are like, bro, we're out of space. We can't. We need editing space. We need that. So me and Melissa were talking yesterday, and it was kind of like, man, you gonna do it? You gonna do it? Do it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so the crazy thing is because of COVID, this space that we're looking at is greatly reduced because it's industrial park. 3 of the 4 businesses there went out of business during COVID because of COVID. So the owner was like, look, man.
It's about to be far away?
No.
Oh.
It's actually in Gardena. No, I'm just playing.
I would have been like, sir, this has been a good run.
It's only 20 minutes from here.
But that's not going to be the podcast studio.
No, this is going to stay here.
This is the podcast studio.
Yeah.
That's just going to be where
but
we shoot the big stuff. It won't
Yeah.
be no farther than it was. It's 20 minutes. You know how LA is. 20 minutes in different direction.
It's in between here and the live show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's still in the valley.
Okay,
I told
that's what I
Brennan,
needed to know.
You
Okay.
know I ain't going
I was
there.
like, oh my God.
You know I ain't going to ask you to go down on the other side of the 405 or the 101.
What
You
did
got
I
to stay in
decide
this
for?
quadrant.
Please, yes, thank you. Thank you.
So if you do both, you'll still have the community aspect. If you just do the app, it'll be like Netflix.
Right.
Shows will just come out. You'll watch them, but it won't feel personal.
That's the reason why I feel like a lot of people will do both. Is because there is something about Patreon is not like your Patreon, and also the way I run my Patreon. It's not just about getting exclusive stuff. It's about the community that is inside of the Patreon, the Patreon membership that you have. So that's the only reason why I'm like, people gonna do both. I know people will do whatever is within their budget.
Yeah.
That is what we have to do.
And for the millionth time, you know, we always asking for was the $1 more because there's transaction fees are a lot higher on this app. So that's why it's $5.99 instead of just $5. But that's what will be different. The community aspect will be there, and I'll ramp it up just so you feel the love from me and stuff. Because I went live yesterday when I was in the studio.
Good.
I'm gonna do more of that as the app gets more expansive because I don't want the Patreon people to feel like I don't ever want you to feel like you're just throwing your money in here and you're not getting any value out of it, right? And if I got to that point, I'd be like, y'all, this is just a blessing. I can't do this, but I would always update you. Like if I had to shoot 3 movies in a row with Denzel Washington,
Denzel gonna show up on one of them Patreon.
I still would probably go live from set while I'm doing my makeup.
Yeah,
to the Patreon.
That's the benefit. Listen, that's the thing that makes you and me and anybody else that has worked in traditional Hollywood in any format different than a regular Hollywood actor. They're not doing that. They're not doing I bring up her all the time, but Brescia, she made me go live with her first time going live because she was just like, this seems so weird. What am I supposed to do?
Really?
And I was like, just click the goddamn on button. I said, I'll pop up and you just accept. And she was just like, that was so much fun. I was like, it's regular people who are watching you. Like, it's not crazy folk. It's regular folk that just, like the stuff that you do. So the fact that you feel comfortable, that's just something.
So Cali Living, she said, I'm rocking with you on the 5, but at least drop the Patreon to 3. I asked Patreon about that, and they said what they say. They said leave it at 5. And like again, and it was like 99%. So I'm not gonna drop it. That's the people's thing. But again, if you only have 5. Then just do the app.
Yeah.
Just do the app.
Just do that.
And there's some tough decisions that have to be made. And here's what I realized. You cannot please every single person. Somebody's going to be like, if I did it for 3, I get that.
Do you do year membership? Do you have that?
On the app, it will be. And Patreon, you can do that, but I haven't turned it on. My nose is running for the Lord. I haven't turned it on because I didn't want people to turn that on and then also have the app. So I'll open it later where you can do the Patreon membership annually. But if you only have the annual one time, I wanted it to be for the app.
Is the annual going to be discounted?
Yeah, the annual is discounted for the
Yeah,
app and for the Patreon.
I just turned mine on. It's a blessing.
Yeah, for the annual, if you do the app, you get 2 months off. And same thing for Patreon too. But
you do 2 months. Okay.
Yeah, 2 months off. You don't have to do that, but some people just wanted to pay it all off at once.
Yeah, no, and because it doesn't feel as it truly like because what your Patreon lowest level is $5 or it's $7. It doesn't feel that like paying $60 doesn't feel as like a shocker when you know I'm straight for the year. I don't have to worry about nothing else. I budgeted this month for that $60. Boom. But I do definitely think you're going to find that a lot of your people are doing both, those who can budget it, just because they are getting, it's not as if they are getting duped on one end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not as if, well, if I'm doing the app, then there's nothing left on Patreon. There is going to be content left on Patreon.
So much more content.
The app is going to be fire.
It's going to be amazing. Because the Patreon basically has been for the last couple of months just this. Here's the thing. And here's the thing live, bonus episode, and the Love Hour live. And behind the scenes stuff. The app, it's going to be legit.
Yeah, really good, strong content that was thought out, well produced, because Transit is about that production quality. You know, Kev has a bunch of ideas, and then he's surrounding people with great ideas. And then, you know, you have Melissa, who is a creative genius. And then you have, you know, Transit that is bringing another level of quality when it comes to production, and even the podcast production is about to go up because Josh has ordered
Black Magic. Once the computer comes in,
he's ordered enough to run a full blown
right
studio.
And I still get a little bit like that building cost. I was just like, oh Jesus.
No, it's a lot, and believe you me, every time you say you do something, that's when my brain goes, you need to start coming up with ideas for the show, for the app that are cheap for them to produce. That's what I do. That's automatically. That's what my brain.
By
goes.
the way, I need that hard drive. I need you to upload that stuff.
Okay.
That and upload them Gonzi tapes. All them Gonzi tapes. If they're on Vimeo, upload them. I'm creating a music. We got a music section on the app. I'm gonna put the Gonzi tapes in there. I'm gonna backfill the bonus episodes, and I be feeling like that too. But I also feel like we have a community of people who believe. We have this core people, and then when I put that teaser out, there was a lot of people who were like, "Man, yeah."
I was so glad that you talked about it. I didn't watch the video, but that you talked about it on Instagram. I was like, let the people know.
Yeah.
It's time. They should know it's coming.
Soon. I just got an email from them. They so when it goes live, I'm not going to tell the world that it's live yet. I'm going to just tell the Patreon soft launch. Y'all can go in there, poke around.
You okay, sweetie pie? Like yeah, I'm so excited for you and Melissa. So excited for everyone involved. I think it's gonna do really, really well.
Thanks.
And yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? It makes me dream bigger. I be like, yeah. It's good.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna take a break until we do the Love Hour. God bless you. We'll see you a little bit later on. Melissa's pissed off. It's the clip for me.
Oh,
y'all about to get this.
We're just good.
You want to talk about a person who's like, oh,
because people still talking.
Well, she wasn't
up until yesterday. They're still in the comments going back and forth about.
Really?
Oh
well, y'all.
She wasn't even the one who posted it.
She wasn't. She wasn't.
Let me just.
I didn't think it would be that much of a reaction, but I forgot. I'm gonna tell you what I fell into. Too much Patreon.
Oh, you get so.
I get so Patreon people. If you watch the Love Hour, you like, yes, girl, yes.
Because if you posted it in the Patreon, it wouldn't have even.
No, people
on
would
Twitter,
understood.
People didn't care. Love it. I had forgotten that on Instagram and Facebook. There's a lot of different feelings, and they were like, porn.
Yeah.
Her shirt is having sex.
It's exactly what they
My
thought.
child
They were like, her
now
shirt is
knows a
having
body
anal sex.
part. I'm horny. I don't feel this way.
Yeah.
What is clit?
Yeah.
It's slang.
Yeah, they lost their mind.
It doesn't look like that. That's an eagle.
Get your eagle on.
So anyway,
I can't wait.
We'll see y'all next time. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay,
I gotta do these ads, Joshua.